The W's the W.
How many games did you go, Corey?
3. All 3 of them.
3 games against a 5-year-old. That's championship material, right?
Hello everybody, this is Andrew with Between Two Beards, and today we are at the Theros Prerelease for Magic the Gathering. I'm here with my brother, Matt. Sorry. He is more of a Magic player than I, and I was curious what it is that he is hoping to do here necessarily. For your first flight, what kind of deck are you trying to build?
I'm probably going to build something with blue in it, because blue is the best color in the history of Magic. I'd like to pull Thassa, the god. That's a long shot, but she's pretty awesome. For 3 mana, I could have Scry every turn, so I can just fix the top card of my deck. Scry lets you look at the top card. Either keep it there or put it on the bottom. So if I can pull that off, I'm going to be in really good shape. And then if you have 5 devotion to blue, that means on the permanents you control, if you have 5 blue symbols on them total, she becomes a 5/5 creature, and so then you can just beat for 5 with an indestructible Miracle's God. Seems pretty good.
So other than her, is there a card you think from this set that's just really above and beyond, just really cool thematically or just mechanic wise?
You know, I'd have to say the gods are really exciting because they're super awesome. It's cool to see Thoughtseize come back and be an affordable card. Thoughtseize has been pre-selling for $20 to $30, and it's typically a $60+ card. So the spike in me gets excited for that kind of stuff. Thematically, I guess Chain of the Rocks is pretty cool because you're throwing somebody down on a mountain. So yeah, I guess I'd like to Chain the Rock somebody if I had the chance. It's a 1 white enchantment that you have to enchant a mountain, and then you exile a creature, and it stays exiled as long as you have that enchantment. So it's pretty cool.
Sounds cool. Alright, well thank you, and hopefully we'll have some more stuff as the flights go by, and we'll keep checking in with Matt. Sorry, wobbly camera here. So we will get some more stuff as the day goes by. Hello, welcome back. It's the end of round 1 for myself and Matt. I went 2-0 with a white-blue deck. It's kind of different to my regular play style. Matt was playing, what were you playing?
Black-blue.
He was playing black-blue. He has now taken out all of the blue and gone to black-green. So I'm going to say my thoughts real fast. Personally, it was interesting. I'm not used to playing with the weird blue tempo control stuff. But those Phalanx leaders are amazing. He was just baller. He turned Yoked Ox into a 3/7 or something ridiculous. This is the card, the Phalanx leader. There's some glare, sorry. But he's just a 1/1 and for 2 white, and he pumps all your creatures if you can play something on him, targeting him. I also got lucky and I drew a Heliod, who is the god for the white. He's pretty good. I've never seen him. Though, truthfully, probably one of the biggest cards for me in my deck, and sorry, the camera moving around, I don't have a tripod still, was the Curse of Swines. This thing turned Perforos, the god of fire, or the fire god, into a 2/2 swine. So, this is just so you can see it. This is the promo card for choosing blue as my hero color or whatever for this event, and it's just got some new art. So we're going to switch it over to Matt and ask him about what he thought of his play, deck, etc.
Yeah, like Andrew was saying, I did blue-black and I got crushed. I got crushed by a blue-green player. So the green is way too good in this limited format. He played Arbor Colossus. It's like 5 mana for a 6/6. Monstrosity 6. It becomes a 9/9 and destroys a creature with flying. Crazy good. Just really good beaters for a low mana cost. There's not a lot of removal to get rid of them, so that's why green is so good. So if you find yourself doing draft or sealed, play green, some form of green. It's pretty good, unless you're doing what Andrew's doing, which is a tempo deck. He plays early threats, then he beefs them up, and basically just disrupts anything big that comes out after them. It clears the field for his little weenies, and they get bigger. Phalanx Leader's amazing. I wanted to highlight a few cards. I haven't played any green yet so far after round 1, but I will be playing green. The reason why I'm playing black for sure is that in focus?
Yeah.
Hythonia the Cruel. I didn't get to play her in 2 of my previous games, never even drew her or saw her. But she's extremely tough, takes down tons of creatures, and then she becomes monstrous, wipes the board, and she's left standing, so not bad. Really looking forward to playing her. Another monstrous creature that I think will be pretty good, it's not quite as good as the Arbor Colossus, I didn't draw one, but the Nessian Asp, excuse me, he gets big, and he's got reach, so all in all, not bad. Well, in this game, or in these games, is an unanswered flyer. So green has a lot of great reach options to be able to block flyers. I'd also like to highlight the Bestow creatures. They're enchantment creatures, and you can play them as enchant creature auras, or you can play them as creatures. I was under the impression, just like when you play a Rancor on a creature, and in response they kill the creature that you're going to target with Rancor, Rancor will counter and fizzle when the creature's not there when it tries to resolve. With these guys, however, if you try to enchant a creature and they remove the creature in response, this will still come in as its creature form. That's because it comes in, checks to see if there's a creature there, that ability counters, but then since it's not attached to a creature, its second clause, it will immediately become one. So not bad. If you end up paying 4 mana, you're guaranteed to get a 2/2 reach, unless it's countered. So good stuff.
We weren't sure about that because the way it's worded does seem like you would just counter, but we asked a judge before we got done building decks, and he said that it works that way. So
yeah, it's a little counterintuitive for people that have been playing Magic for a while and been getting used to removing creatures that are going to be enchanted. The last card I'd like to highlight is a heroic green creature. The heroic green creatures most of the time get multiple +1/+1 counters each time they're targeted. One of these guys can quickly get out of hand. He's going to get 3 +1/+1 counters. So for 5 mana and on a target, you get a 6/6 for 5. You can quickly just keep targeting him over and over again. If you have the card pool for it, stuff like Titan Strength, which is a 1 red, and it gives +3/+1 and Scry 1. These two together would be absolutely disgusting. I didn't get any Titan Strengths, so
yeah,
we'll see what happens.
I think I drew 3 Titan Strengths. They're all in my deck. So
yeah, you're blue, white, splash red just for Titan Strength, right?
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's interesting. So
that's what I've got, and that's our update. Come back to you probably to show off some more cards if we get packs, and
we'll do a roundup after the second set also. So
looking forward to talking about Steam Augury. It's pretty cool.
It's kind of glary. It's okay.
Reverse Factor Fiction. All right.
So we will be back after the next flight. So it's the end of round 2 for both Matt and I. I went 2 and 1. My opponent got 2 wins. I got 1 loss. He just kept beating me with a bunch of flyers, and I got mana. I got too much mana flooded. So that was my game recap. My deck is the exact same. I didn't do anything. Matt, on the other hand, has remade his entire deck. So it is red-green now, and we will talk to him.
Okay, so started out blue-black. Feeling pretty good about that. Kind of got stomped round 1. Didn't have very good blue commons, so I switched over to black-green, thinking that I could probably aggro and then have Hythonia, the Gorgon I showed you earlier, take control. One problem with that plan was my opponent had a guy, whenever he targets him, he becomes a copy of a creature on the battlefield, so he can have an Hythonia too. He beat me with the black promo. Through a chance, luck of fate, I am 1 and 1 barely, so that's good, but I decided to remake my deck again to go red-green. I want to show you 4 sets of cards, 2 apiece. essentially, my strategy now is heroic creatures. Heroic creatures that get counters, and heroic creatures that give me value. This guy's a 1-drop, and whenever he's targeted, I get a 1/1 red soldier token. I believe it has haste. Yes, it has haste. So, and this guy gets bigger. He gets 3 +1/+1 counters. So, I'm gonna ride these guys hard with my bestow creatures. Plus I have some instant speed targets. These 2 bestows, the Cavern Lampad gives first strike and +2/+2, not too bad. It's also a pretty decent 3-drop, 2/2 first strike. Porphyros's Emissary gives +3/+3 and cannot be blocked except for like 2 or 3 creatures. Exactly 2 creatures. So really good stuff. It gives evasion on the attack, but also is a nice creature to drop for 4 mana. Put these onto my heroic creatures. These guys plus these guys equals heroic triggers. I'm happy, more value, good stuff. Also, for my heroic triggers, I have just good old-fashioned enchant auras. I have Fire Breathing that draws me a card when it comes into play, so I'm a big fan of that. And then I have Feral Invocation and instant speed +2/+2. Pretty nice. So if they try to do a trick, do 3 damage to my guy and remove him, in response, I'll play this card, maybe save him from dying from a lightning strike. Strategy number 4 is big creatures that get bigger through monstrosity. Trample's pretty sweet. I'm going to bank on these guys. Getting huge and just beating my opponent's face. There's one problem with this plan, and that is Shipbreaker Kraken. He can lock down my biggest threats and then make me really sad. So I'm going to hope to kill my opponent before anything nasty like that happens. And hopefully, red-green aggro is going to get the job done from here on out, and I can win 4 packs. So.
Yeah, we will come back with more after round 3, and I as well am hoping to win more than 1 pack in one of these things, because every time I come to a starter event, they're fun, but I always end up with a single pack.
You know,
so.
in these things, it's limited, it's sealed. You get 6 packs, open them up. You do get a seeded pack with a promo that you can use in your deck. Some people are getting insane draws, like Metamai the Ageless. He's like a 6-mana, 4/4 flying Sphinx. When he deals combat damage, you can take an extra turn. He can't attack on extra turns, but that can be a game breaker right there. If you're able to, if you get the Shipbreaker Kraken as your promo card for blue, and then you're able to get some really great blue cards, you can basically just control the game, Shipbreaker Kraken, just pound it in there for the win. So.
Yep, and we will come back after round 3.
Okay, we're back. It's end of round 3 of the Theros pre-release. I got a bye, free win, so I'm 2-1 right now. I'm guaranteed 1 bonus pack, and if I win again, I get 4 bonus packs. So hopefully that will happen. There's one guy we know of. He pulled 3 gods out of his 6 booster packs. It's pretty insane. So yeah, everyone's getting insane value except for us.
I pulled a Thoughtseize.
Andrew got a Thoughtseize.
And a Heliod.
You guys both got Thoughtseizes?
Yeah. This is Corey. He pulled a Thoughtseize as well. He's not doing so well in the tournament.
I've 1 and 2.
He's 1 and 2.
Corey beat a 5-year-old for his last match. So
The W's the W.
how many games did you go, Corey?
3. All 3 of them.
3 games against a 5-year-old. That's championship material right there.
It is.
W's a W.
W is a W. Okay, so sorry, I gotta flip the camera around. I know this is really shoddy on the fly recording. So I went 2-0 against my opponent in the 3rd round. He drew 400 enchantments apparently, because his entire deck revolved around playing a creature, enchanting it to all high hell, and then just swinging for lethal in like 2 turns. The first game I got very lucky. He had the legend. It's a like legendary fabled hero, I think is what's called. It's double strike, and it has heroic, so it gets +1/+1 counter whenever you target it. Then I think
That's how I want
this is the card. This is the card. So he is pretty ridiculous, and even with enchantments, because the enchantments stay on him, of course, so they're not at instant speed. But he had him up to like, what was it, 8 or something, power 8. He swung at me for 8, and then he swung at me for 10. And then I was at 2, and I got lucky. I had Heliod in play. I played 2 ancient artists. Heliod comes out. He's a 5/6 indestructible. He's a god. And so then Heliod became my blocker for this crazy double striker insanity. And this is the ancient. He's a 5 mana for a 3/5 with a ton of flavor text on him. So, because I was asked, what does he do? And I said, he has flavor text. And of course, this is Heliod again. And he is just a bad mamma jamma if he actually gets to start doing stuff. So, I ended up winning via that. The second, what's this?
It's the package.
Oh, this is the as it all is. Unfortunately, I'm too close to actually be able to do like the. Oh, never mind, I got it. So then in my second game against him, he was still going enchantment heavy. I just got lucky and I locked him down. I kept destroying his enchantments and just swinging for 8 damage with like random generic creatures. I had to sideboard a little bit because I knew he was going to play heavy enchantments, but I didn't want to deal with it. So, yeah, that was my round 3. So I won. I'm now 2-1 on the tournament, as it were. So I'm right now playing to get more than 1 pack. So we will come back after round 3 and see how, or round 4, I mean, and see how that goes. Alright, and we are back. It's the end of round 4. I basically was 2-1 going in, and my opponent was 1-2. So we just made an agreement where if he beat me, I'd give him 2 packs. If I beat him, I'd give him a pack just out of nicety, whatever. So I ended up getting 4 packs, quote unquote, because I went 3-1 because he just threw it at the end. But he destroyed me both games. So I gave him 2 packs, and I pulled garbage. And I told him, I said, that's probably got a Planeswalker in it. So he probably pulled like an Elspeth or something like that. And so let's see how my brother did or felt after that.
Not much better. I got beat pretty bad too. What I ran into was that most of my good cards were spread out across 5 colors. So it was hard to really put together a decent 2-color deck. And running a 3-color deck is pretty rough. So I finished with Gruul, red-green. It's not good stuff. I did, however, get 1 bonus pack. So let's see what I got right now. This could be anything.
Anticipation. You gotta watch the face.
See, I just made a green-black deck, and I would have killed for a Great Merchant Asphodel. He drains your opponent for life, and you gain that life, and he also adds to your devotion because he's 2 black. I didn't get one of those. It's Divine Verdict. Sip of Hemlock, that's pretty cool, I guess. Ron Sable. Akroan Crusader, it's not bad. Griffin. Time to Feed, it's pretty intense. Asphodel Wanderer. Breaching Hippocamp. Silent Artisan, this is the card Andrew went to town with his Heliod.
Yeah.
Ordeal of Heliod, alright.
I wish I would have gotten some more deals. Those are so good.
Yeah, Hunt the Hunter. Fanatic of Mogus, and here's the rare card, everybody. Psychic Intrusion. That's not bad.
Snap.
I wanted 1 for my standard deck.
Yeah.
A Plains and then a Cleric token, so that's pretty cool.
So that's good for Heliod.
Yeah.
Well, so that is the end of the round 4 stuff. For that round, for that flight. Matt is actually playing in a second flight. I am not, due to funds issues and the fact that I'm just not very good at Magic. So
It's a problem.
It's probably better for me not to just spend all the money in my bank account to get destroyed by a bunch of people in a tournament.